A notice has been issued by Mumbai Fire Brigade to Kamala building in Tardeo for flouting fire safety rules. Remember, 7 people were in fact killed in the fire at Mumbai's Tardeo society on Saturday. So this is a Mumbai high-rise fire. Now we know that a notice has been issued by the Fire Brigade in Mumbai to the Kamala building. This is the same building which reported a fire, and that actually went ahead, claimed 7 lives in Mumbai's Tardeo building. To get us more inputs on this story, I'm now joined on the broadcast by my colleague Disha Shah. Disha, notice by the fire department, what does it entail?
Well, that's right. Remember, on Saturday, we saw a fire that was erupted in Kamala building, which was a ground plus 20 structure building in the central areas of Mumbai, where 7 people lost their lives. And one of the biggest violation of that particular society was that the firefighting system was not working, which was again the society's job as per the Mumbai Fire Brigade team to ensure that all the firefighting systems are in place. But that wasn't working. What we know for the fact that it was yesterday late night that the Mumbai Fire Brigade team has issued a notice to the Kamla building for flouting fire safety norms. So that is, of course, one of the big development coming in this particular case. Under that notice, they have also mentioned that how the societies have to submit the fire audit report, which this particular society had not done for at least about 6 months to 1 year is what we understand. So fire audits have to be submitted periodically. But for this particular society, none of the society members really did that. The firefighting system was not functional, so the society did not ensure that the firefighting systems were functional, so that if any such of incidents like this happen, then the very first thing is that at least it could have saved lives of the people. So that did not happen. So they have been charged under relevant section of the Mumbai Fire Act, is what we understand. And further, of course, now inquiry or something of that sort will definitely be taken place against the society members, is what we are being told.
All right, Disha, thank you so much for all those details. We'll continue tracking developments on this particular story. Meanwhile, after this fire, Mumbai's high-rise claimed 7 lives. The fire department has told Mirror Now that they will, in fact, ensure stricter and better implementation of the existing fire safety regulation in the city. Now, one of the most important ones being a 2018 notification that says that all new buildings with more than 23 floors will not be given an NOC until they install a fire evacuation lift. Now, the Mumbai Fire Department chief spoke exclusively to Mirror Now, giving these details.
High-rise building evacuation gets difficult. We keep blaming people, but the idea is people have to be trained for fire evacuation through fire evacuation lift. High-rise building above 70 meters have to have fire evacuation lift. Old buildings, that is before 2018, the main question is that please understand those buildings had got pre-NOC in 2015 or before that, but they got full NOC after 2018, wherein that time we can ask the builder to please put fire evacuation lift over there. That's point number one. Point number two is that existing building which are already got NOCs and OCs, they should install fire evacuation lift in their respective buildings for safety of their own lives and for firemen to reach higher floors faster. Firemen are not supermen who will fly. They have to climb the stairs to reach higher floors. It is very important for all of us to understand that we are talking about refuge area. People don't die of fire so often. People die of inhaling of carbon monoxide smoke. Though refuge area is open from all the four sides, but the smoke keep on flowing in the refuge area, and inhalation of that smoke results in fatal accidents or fatal health issues. Please, the question that you asked first, old
Right.
buildings should simply call the fire evacuation lift manufacturer and get it installed immediately. It's hardly a cost. Second, they should stop installing fire chutes in their building because it's totally redundant. It doesn't help firefighters to reach on higher floors faster. Point number three, since 2018 till date, whichever buildings have been getting about fire evacuation lift to be installed should install it. It's a mandate. Life saving is a
Hmm.
value.
Now, that was the fire safety expert Deepak Monga, who in fact has gone ahead and said that old buildings in Mumbai that came up before 2018 also need to put up this fire evacuation lift for safety purposes. My colleague Disha Shah continues to be with me on the broadcast. Disha, this is the 2018 notification and still there are so many violators. What is really being done so that these things can be sorted?
Well, this is the exact same question that I had put forth before the Mumbai Chief Fire Officer. That what about the builders who have not really put or installed these fire evacuation lifts after 2018? Because remember, this project, this notification has come in 2018, and after that, whichever new buildings which are about 22 floors, they have to mandatory, compulsory have these fire evacuation lifts. So what he went on to say that considering this notification came in 2018 and a building of this big structure like 22, 23 floors really take about 2 to 3 or 4 years. So violations as far as is not much from the builder's side as of now, but definitely they are going to keep a stricter watch because all the plans have to come first to the Mumbai fire brigade for approval. And if at all, if in those plans they do not see that the builders have not really installed the fire evacuation lift, then those plans will be freezed, what we understand. And if at all, once the building is ready and whenever the Mumbai fire brigade goes to verify, and if they do not find these things installed, then they will not grant an NOC. So that is going to be strictly enforced and implemented going forward, so that the incidents like Kamala building where we saw 7 people losing lives last year, also we saw multiple fire incidents taking place in high rises. So such situation should not take place in the future where people lose lives.
Right, Disha. Thank you so much for all those details.